China and Malaysia have agreed that talking is the best way to handle disputes over the South China Sea. Beijing and KL are to set up a new platform for dialogue. The news comes as the two countries celebrate 45 years of diplomatic ties and follows a meeting between Malaysian Foreign Minister Saifuddin Abdullah and senior Chinese diplomat Wang Yi.
近年来，南海局势总体降温趋稳。作为南海的重要的沿岸国，我们决定要继续妥善地处理分歧，共同维护好南海的和平。为此，我们双方一致同意，要建立海上问题的双边磋商机制，作为双方就海上问题开展对话合作的新平台。
Also today, a possible easing of tensions between China and the US. China's Commerce Ministry welcoming a move to delay planned tariff hikes. The ministry says working-level teams from both countries will meet to prepare for the next round of top-level talks.
And for more, our correspondent OLIVIA SIONG in Beijing. OLIVIA, China and Malaysia, they've agreed on a joint dialogue mechanism for the disputed South China Sea. So what would this entail?
Well, broadly, we do know that this will be a new platform for dialogue as well as cooperation, and both sides have agreed that this initiative will be used to manage differences, promote maritime cooperation, as well as regional stability in the South China Sea. Now, Malaysia's foreign minister also said that this new platform will be headed by the two foreign ministries and that officials will be working out the details. But so the exact mechanics of how this will work, we will have to wait and see. But all this comes as tensions in the South China Sea, in spite of what the Chinese foreign minister has said. Now, tensions in these disputed waters have risen lately. That's because Philippines and Vietnam, who are also claimant states, have been unhappy with some of these Chinese vessels that have been passing through the disputed waters. But at the same time, we do know that Malaysia is saying that this latest platform is an important outcome of the meetings between China and Malaysia, and it also comes as both countries mark 45 years of bilateral ties. So, and both countries do have much incentive to maintain good relations. For one, China is Malaysia's largest trading partner. China has also pumped in billions of dollars into its Belt and Road Initiative, including the East Coast Rail Link in Malaysia, which has recently resumed construction in July after both sides agreed to cut costs by about a third.
Olivia, the Chinese Commerce Ministry has responded to the US decision to delay tariff hikes. Are we seeing a thaw then in trade tensions?
Well, from China's point of view, it welcomes the U.S. latest move. It says that it welcomes the U.S. Delaying the planned tariff rate increase from October 1st, which is China's National Day, to October 15th. And in particular, this year, October 1st, and this National Day is very important for China, given that this year marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. And huge celebrations have been planned, and it is a very important event in the political calendar for the Chinese government, and any sort of escalation in tariffs or in the trade war would have certainly put a dampener on that. So China has welcomed this latest goodwill gesture from the U.S., and all this comes ahead of trade talks that we are expecting at the working group level this month, as well as the high-level talks that are to take place in Washington next month. And China's Commerce Ministry has said that both sides have maintained effective communication and are preparing for this. Now, another thing that China's Commerce Ministry has revealed is another sweetener ahead of these trade talks. It says that Chinese firms have started inquiring about the prices of U.S. farm products, and this is likely to be welcomed by the Trump administration.
中方企业已经开始就采购美国农产品进行询价，大豆、猪肉都在询价的范围内。关于你提到的具体的磋商，目前双方正在就第13轮中美经贸高级别磋商的有关安排进行沟通。
And all this comes as just yesterday we heard that China would be exempting some U.S. goods from the additional tariffs. And, China is saying in its state media that all these goodwill gestures will help boost the confidence of trade negotiators, as also ease some of the attitudes of the citizens in both countries towards this ongoing trade friction. In fact, one of the opinion pieces in the Global Times had put out that, perhaps if both countries can put aside their differences, that November during the APEC leaders meeting, that may be a good time in November to announce a trade deal, and that could be a moment of greatness. But some economists are not as optimistic, but they are saying that some of these latest moves by China in particular also benefit the economy and Chinese firms here. Also, the exemptions of U.S. goods are just a small portion out of the 5,000 types of U.S. goods that have already been levied with additional duties. And at the end of the day, some of the issues that caused a breakdown in trade talks earlier this year have yet to be resolved. U.S. wanting to see China make sweeping structural changes, while China has said that it will not put up with what it calls U.S. bullying and maximum pressure, and it wants to see a deal that will benefit it as well.
All right, many thanks for that. Olivia SIONG speaking to us from Beijing.